Dropping of Kampopi MLA Nemcha Kipgen from state cabinet leads to mass upheavals in Kampopi district. Ex-Minister KANGUJAM says LJP central leaders and advisors of Langtabal will decide whether to support BJP-led state government or not. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joykumar says NPP stand will be taken along with NPP National President Conrad Sama upon his arrival. Newly appointed Minister Oinam Lukhoi hints at exit of NPP ministers from BJP-led coalition state government if they don't get along. India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 58 lakhs with over 86,000 new cases. Death toll reaches 92,290 in the last 24 hours. And Bihar Assembly poll dates announced, voting in 3 phases on October 28, November 3 and November 7. Hello and welcome to Impact News. Watching Afternoon News. I'm KANGUJAM SHELLYRA with the top stories and latest news at this hour. Dropping of Kampopi MLA Nemcha Kipgen from state cabinet has led to mass upheavals in Kampopi district. Chief Minister Nongthoman Birent-led BJP coalition state government's claim of building cordial relations among hill and valley inhabitants are at stake. Following yesterday's cabinet reshuffle, various women organizations, civil society organizations, private organizations and association of Kampopi carried out protest demonstrations at Kampopi Women's Market today against the removal of the lone woman minister from the state cabinet. Enraged mob even burned down Chief Minister N. Biren's photo. They demanded to reappoint Nemcha Kipgen as cabinet minister, following which they warned of launching even more intense agitations. Taking part in the protest, General Secretary of Kuki Women's Union Southern Hills, Tentem Kipgen lambasted Chief Minister Birent-led BJP state government for claiming to empower women in the state when the lone woman minister was removed from cabinet. Speaking on the sidelines, KWWO President Hakim Singh asserted that Nemcha Kipgen initiated various welfare and developmental activities during her tenure as a social welfare minister. Many members of Kuki Women's Union Southern Hill, Kampopi Women Welfare Organization, Kuki Town Committee, Kampopi Youth Union, representatives of Kampopi Kuki Chief and various women organizations of Kampopi district took part in the protest demonstration.
Dropping of P. Nemcha Kipgen from the Council of Ministers in spite of being the lone woman minister of the BJP is not only subjugating the women community of the state, but also underrating and undervaluing the women of her constituency, which we cannot consider it softly and lightly. So today we want to demand the reinstatement of P. Nemcha Kipgen back to the Cabinet of Ministers.
Social welfare asi bugumna lekhraba si mahakna hongdok raga mayam gi phanana ba horaga disabled differently able person women child aduga marang kaida mahakna si tongbi raga hojik si koi apha basi koi hojik phangjare haba amata oiraba si minister Nemcha si longthok pasi koi na yaning da
Thado NP General Headquarters, in the name of Kampopi District, condemned the dropping out of the lone woman minister of Manipur, Nemcha Kipgen, of Kampopi Assembly seat in the recent reshuffling of state cabinet reshuffle. Press release from Thado NP General Headquarters expressed discontentment against the BJP-led state government for the same. Ex-Minister KANGUJAM has said that Lok Janashakti Party will decide whether it will continue supporting the BJP-led state coalition government or not only after a meeting between LJP central leaders and advisors of Langtabal Assembly constituency. Karamshyam said that he has no grudge for being dropped from the cabinet. However, dropping him without any prior information is against the ethics of a coalition government. He said that fate of the 2022 general election will be clearly visible in the upcoming by-election. Speaking to media at Zajing Mairingkong Community Hall today, ex-minister Karamshyam asserted that he had given his full support to strengthen the BJP-led state government right from the start. He added that he had never approached to give him a ministerial post. Karamshyam assured that he will continue to work for the welfare of the public in his capacity as an MLA. He also said that party hopping without ethics for personal gains is the end of one's political career. Minister Karamshyam wished well to the newly appointed state cabinet ministers.
Central Committee Singitana Guinea, Central leaders in Shu, when Sang and the Bagi, Potong Saval, Laura Taubagi, the same way the coalition government, coalition winner like Minagi, but Semina Givinina, coalition Gi Kaima, step along the coalition information, people talk on like leaders into the Inimantry we give you try to get away given a deal. Center instruction Makada way given you. I look to Taragazu, BJP leaders in the I guess center leaders in the Wama and the Tanakadavania. A quick party must hours of political ethics, coalition ethics, Nanga Satkadavania. Adugi Mamita of a Karaina Uye, Landigi concert as a literature, Kai out of a Potsanama Kani, Kai Bakai the bribe to the Manipuri Prazana Nesnu, Manipur, Aquita Gihana, Laila Shuaiba, Leva Masatava, Gyan Tava, Latoki Minister Nakanakanano, Hapa even Minister Nakanakanano, Gari record lay. Karai Karai the Moina Kari performance Utkadori, Aduga Kayam sacrifice over number, no Hibududi, people's nonsense, don't just know.
Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joy Kumar has said that NPP will take their decision on whether to continue supporting the BJP-led state government only after NPP National President Conrad K. Sama arrives in Manipur. In a telephonic conversation with Impact News, Y. Joy Kumar said that they have not made any decisions yet. It may be mentioned that in the 2017 general election, BJP won only 21 seats out of 60 seats and they took support from the NPP, NPF, LJP, Trinamool Congress and independent MLAs to form the coalition government. But BJP has been empowered after some Congress MLAs recently joined the party. NPP legislators had recently withdrawn their support but joined back in support of the BJP-led government after a reconciliation meet. However, out of the 4 NPP ministers, 2 ministers, namely Health Minister L. Jayantakumar and Fishery Minister NKC, were dropped out of the state cabinet yesterday against their earlier agreement. Newly appointed Minister Oinam Lukhoi has disclosed that an allied party of the BJP-led coalition government might be ousted from partnership. He has added that out of the 4 members of the party, 2 have been already dropped and if the remaining 2 wish to withdraw their support, they are most welcome. He added that the government will be more than happy to have some empty space. Lukhoi was speaking to media on the occasion of his reception at Thongkhong Laxmi Bazaar in Wangoi constituency last evening. He also declared that he will recruit as many as people as possible from Wangoi constituency to various posts of various government departments. Expressing pride that no person had become a minister without being an MLA, Lukhoi proclaimed that more than 150 individuals of the Wangoi constituency had been recruited as government employees as he supported the BJP government despite winning the last election on Congress ticket. Lukhoi mentioned that he is ready to accept any portfolio and claimed to be right hand of Chief Minister N. Biren. He also lauded those who had resigned from their MLA post to save the Chief Minister. The newly appointed minister asserted that he trusted Chief Minister N. Biren enough to resign from his MLA post to work for the welfare of the state. He assured to make all-out efforts to develop Wangoi constituency.
Party Koi kome, koi soro. Adna ani si koi kanbira ka chamina baya daga chapi koi wai chan no ya hora gisini koi kingang pending lagi bokot ki maya mama huji matang recruitment process hora gani by election thama makai si ketang di matung dagidi chei ma makai wali election jene si ki manung jida koi recruitment process to ba department man ko ki ba ai kendra praja sing yaw bokot ki bajik do hap ya ba taw ya ba bang ha ta hap
Proscribed People's Liberation Army held its 42nd Foundation Day today. Press release from the outset, Foundation Day programs was held at General Headquarters. Of their greetings to people of Manipur on the occasion. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
Contact the view Smart Industries, Lampel Supermarket.
NEET amadi IIT JEE thaningba mahiroi singidamak leijare Kota Based Institute Acad Center Imphal Valley Academy Gare 2020 JEE Mains Stat Toppers ahungaloinana 100% success rate puthokpa ngamkhre online class kidamak registration hogjare.
New batch starting from 21st September 2020. Registrations are open.
Panthoibi Group presents Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, has completed its 15 years of service, having 13 branches including Guwahati. Provides subsidized home loan under PMAY-CLS's Housing for All by 2022 mission. Panthoibi Microfin deals in microfinance. Panthoibi Nidhi Limited provides home loans against fixed deposit and properties. Panthoibi Construction booking is going on for flats, villas, row house. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies, Uripoktorambam Leikai, Imphal.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Afternoon News. India's COVID-19 case load went past 58 lakhs with 86,052 people tested positive in a day, while over 47 lakhs people have recovered from the disease, pushing the national recovery rate to 81.74%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, their toll has climbed to 92,290 and active COVID-19 cases have crossed 9,70,000 in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra still on top with over 2,75,000 active cases of COVID-19. Indian Council of Medical Research said that around 15 lakhs tests have been conducted in the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 3 crores 24 lakhs people and above 9 lakhs 88,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 2 crores 39 lakhs. USA is on the top with more than 25 lakhs 40,000 active cases, followed by India and Brazil. Among the northeast states, novel coronavirus has affected Assam the most. The state total confirmed COVID-19 cases have crossed 1,65,000, out of which 29,830 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 8,416 and active cases are 2,331. While Nagaland's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 5,730, out of which active cases are 1,088. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 24,127, out of which 6,378 are active cases. There are 681 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 608 in Sikkim, and 1,977 in Meghalaya. The Bihar Legislative Assembly election 2020 will be held in 3 phases on October 28, November 3 and 7. The counting of votes and the result will be declared on November 10. The Election Commission said that the polls will be held in less phases this year to minimize the movement of security personnel due to their well-being as well as the COVID-19 pandemic. With their announcement, the modeled code of conduct comes into force in the state. Bihar's 243-member assembly is set to expire on October 29, 2020. In the first phase of voting, 71 assembly constituencies in 16 districts will go to polls. In the second phase, 94 constituencies in 17 districts will vote. And in the third and the last phase, voting will be held in 78 constituencies in 15 districts. Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora told media that the number of phases has been reduced to 3 due to COVID-19 pandemic. Amid the pandemic, several measures have been taken for campaigning and polling to ensure safety of leaders and voters. Polling has been extended by 1 hour from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. The last hour will be reserved for those with COVID-19 and who are quarantined. Several countries have held election amid the pandemic. However, CEC Arora said that the Bihar polls are likely to be the largest election conducted during the pandemic, given there are with 72.9 million electors in the state. Farmers' unions across the nation have called for a Bharat Bandh in view of the passage of contentious farm bills in Parliament. Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, Trinamool Congress and Rashtriya Janata Dal are among the 18 opposition parties in support of to call for the nationwide shutdown. Bharatiya Kisan Union, BKU, All India Farmers Union, AIFU, All India Kisan Sangh's Coordination Committee and All India Kisan Mahasangh are among the 10 unions that have called for the shutdown. While Delhi-Haryana border is likely to be sealed, a 3-hour road blockade will be observed across Punjab from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. On the other hand, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the farm bills and labour laws recently passed by the Parliament will free the farmers and workers in the country from the cobweb of unnecessary laws. Addressing BJP party workers on the occasion of birth anniversary of Pandit Dindayan Upadhyay, he took a sharp take at the opposition parties and said that they are misleading the people of the country by spreading blatant lies. The birth anniversary of Pandit Dindayan Upadhyay, which falls on September 25, has been announced as Antyodaya Diwas in 2014. Prime Minister Modi said that BJP will take major role to fulfill the ideology of Pandit Dindayan Upadhyay to help the deprived people. BJP Kakching Mandal Pandit Dindayan Upadhyay Birthday Celebration Committee also observed the 104th birth anniversary of Pandit Dindayan Upadhyay today. The event was held at former BJP candidate of Kakching Assembly constituency, Mayank Langbom Rameshwar, resident in Kakching Wakalo. Former President of BJP Kakching District, K.S. Narant, and former President of BJP Kakching Mandal, S.I. Siamzai, led attendees in paying floral tributes to the portrait of Pandit Dindayan Upadhyay on the occasion. Now the sports news. In the third match of the 13th Indian Premier League IPL cricket, KL Rahul's blistering century against Royal Challengers Bangalore RCB cruised King 11 Punjab KXIP to a 97-run win at Dubai International Stadium last night. Rahul played an unbeaten knock-off 132 runs off with just 69 balls, and then bowlers bundled out RCB on just 109 runs. Ravi Bishnoi and Murugan Ashwin took 3 wickets each in the match. Punjab's keeper KL Rahul was named the man of the match. Chasing a massive target of 207 runs, RCB were all out for 109 runs in 17 overs. Earlier, after being asked to bat first, KXIP managed to post a total of 206 with the help of Rahul's magnificent turn. In the match today, Delhi Capitals will take on Chennai Super Kings at Dubai International Stadium at 7:30 p.m. today. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Dropping of Kampopi MLA Nemcha Kipgen from State Cabinet leads to mass upheavals in Kampopi district. Ex-Minister Karamsham says LJP central leaders and advisors of Langtabal will decide whether to support BJP-led state government or not. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joykumar says NPP's stand will be taken along with NPP National President Konrad Sama upon his arrival. Newly appointed Minister Oinam Lukhoi hints at exit of NPP ministers from BJP-led coalition state government if they don't get along. India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 58 lakhs with over 86,000 new cases. Their toll reaches 92,290 in the last 24 hours. And Bihar Assembly poll dates announced, voting in 3 phases on October 28, November 3 and November 7. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. For more news, you can follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Have a great afternoon and stay safe.
Corona